Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K, a rock and metal channel, and today we are going to be looking at Dream Theater and Pull Me Under. Dream Theater are a prog metal band coming out in 1985. This came off of 1992 off their album Images and Words. It has actually been ranked as the 91st out of 100 best rock metal songs by Rolling Stones, this song.
Yeah, it's the only hit they've ever had as well.
And it is the only song classed as a commercial hit for the band. Before we actually get into the video, here's a quick word from today's video sponsor. Okay, the way we do our videos here, or the way we're doing them now, we change it every time we get together. We change our video format, but we're trying to see what works, and this is what we're hoping is going to do it for us.
Just don't tell Andy about the format.
Yeah.
I have so many other jobs to do for ADK.
It's almost like I've been told to write a report and I spent hours doing it, and I thought, no, don't do it like that.
Well, I said timestamps. You didn't write any. There's no timestamps.
There is timestamps.
There's one.
There is timestamps.
There's one.
But there's not minute by minute what happened in each part.
It helps when you write, with anything you write down, write a timestamp.
Oh,
anyway, the way we've done it, we're going to play you a minute of each minute of the song, and then we'll talk about each of those minutes afterwards as close as we can. So let's kick it in. So this is Dream Theater and Pull Me Under for start to the end of the first minute.
Lost in the sky, clouds roll by and I roll with them. Arrows fly, seas increase and then fall again.
Okay, I'm going to kick this one off. Helps Andy know his place, where he's talking and what he's referencing. It feels like 80s Whitesnake. So if you were into like Whitesnake and like "Fool for Your Loving No More" and all that era time period they had, knowing a few Dream Theater songs, but knowing like the 2000s, 2010 Dream Theater, it kind of has a Dream Theater vibe, but it doesn't feel like a Dream Theater song. It feels like they've just stripped back all of the progressive technical stuff they do in later songs. They've just written a rock track. Visually, I don't know why I wrote this. It reminds me of Mike Patton. I don't know why.
Oh, you mean James LaBrie with the hair?
It might have been, yeah. I think on it, I was just like, it just looks like that era, a bit like Mike Patton.
It looks like the epic, Falling to Pieces era, doesn't it?
But I like the vocals. I really like what he did vocally. But when you talk about Dream Theater, you talk about this progressive, technical, out there thinking, weird time signatures. This has none of that. This is a rock. Just a great rock song. We haven't really got to the choruses at this point, but yeah, we're getting that first verse vibe, and yeah, just great 80s. Even though this came out in 1992, this reminded me of mid 80s Whitesnake era. Andy?
Yeah, Dream Theater is another band that I've never listened to, but you hear a lot about, and as you said, Dave, they're supposed to be this absolutely top level musicianship and songwriting and technical ability. And I was really surprised that at 20 seconds a real simple crunchy riff comes in, and the vocals to me, although they're good, it seems like he's holding back and not delivering as much as he can do. So it's interesting you say that none of the sort of typical Dream Theater elements are in this song. It's just like a more sort of stripped back rock song.
But even like Mike Portney, who's renowned for being one of the greatest technical drummers out there, this is a really easy song for him to put out.
This is why it's their commercial hit and it's made in that top 100 of what was
really
what's the
accessible
category? Rock songs. 100.
Yeah, from Rolling Stones.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting for me following this discussion to find out more about Dream Theater and what their typical output is like if this is not what they usually produce.
Yeah, on that, go for the follow-up album, 1994's Awake, which was Chuck Schuldiner favourite album of 1994. And they're playing down-tuned riffs in that, 7-string guitars. I'm a big fan of the first 5 albums because I love prog metal. And it'd be interesting to know, this song we've reviewed is 4 minutes? The album version is over 8 minutes long. So they've cut a lot out of this. So there is a lot of technicality in it, which includes keyboard solos, as you'd expect. When I first heard it, I remember thinking it's heavier than I expected. You're right, it's definitely got an 80s vibe. But then that Metallica riff comes in, quite militarized guitar playing. So that always gets me. It's a lot heavier than people imagine. And I mean, there's a lot going on. I like the clean guitar arpeggios at the beginning, do, which you compare to Whitesnake. It's got a good resonance to it, a lot of reverb on that. But there's still a long way to go, isn't there, after this first minute?
There is. So let's kick into the minute 1 to minute 2 for you at home. So I think, Kurt, this is where that riff you're talking about. So this galloping riff, do you know what it reminded me of? Queen's Right and Operation Mindcrime album.
Yeah, they're definitely.
There's a lot of. Operation Mindcrime is a phenomenal album by Queen's Right. And this kind of had that same vibe. The whole track had that same vibe. It's really easy to get into this song. I didn't have to work at all. It kept my attention as we were going. It's got a very strong lead as far as like the lead melody and the lead vocal. So it takes you on a great little story. There's the visuals from it, the songwriting. It is a hard rock track at this point. It's not a big progressive metal song. In this version, they've opted for the radio edit. I'd actually like to hear it. I mean, maybe all the rest of the other 4 and a bit minutes is basically on the fade out after the end. Your favourite bit, Andy, when it fades the song out.
Famously, this doesn't. They actually cut it abruptly where you think, as the CD skipped.
Yeah.
It is deliberate.
This just has it on the fade out on the
I
actual
can understand
single,
why they didn't put it on the MTV video, because that would just confuse people.
Be a bit odd. But yeah, I was really loving the riff in that section. And just, that Queen's Right vibe was what I was kind of getting off this, Andy.
In this section of the song, I've noted down that sort of about a minute and a half, I said the vocalist seemed to be holding back and not delivering as much as he could. He does step it up at this particular
so
part
maybe
of the
it's
song.
like building.
Yeah. I mean, I've just, like I say, not familiar with this band at all. I've put down a very grand phrase, nice metal.
What?
It is.
It's a nice metal song, isn't it? As you said, accessible and easy to get into.
Heavy metal for Genesis fans.
Maybe.
Well, it's a weird one because this is a year after the Black Album, isn't it?
Yeah, this is actually in the Nirvana Nevermind era.
So this is a really odd time.
It seems out of place, doesn't it?
It has the vibe of a late 80s power metal, if almost band kind of vibe. So to come out with this then would have been a bit of an odd thing to be putting out there.
With keyboards at the centre of it as well, because one thing they do well in this section, and this is synonymous with this, normally when you're going to change tempo, one of the instruments will do a fill on it, cymbal, choke, guitar, pan, whatever. every song they do, they're that good as musicians. All 5 of them, or if you take out vocals, all 4 will just coordinate it together. And there's really no other band that does that. It's not about consistency. They make a point of doing it to show, look, we don't even need to have a fill to bring in this new section. They just all do it as if telepathic.
Yeah.
And
they're very good.
Oh, they're incredible. This is that. No one will ever beat these when it comes to virtuoso ambition, never mind the execution.
Let's kick to minute 2 to minute 3 for the viewers. Okay, so on here one, I thought there was some really lovely guitar passage works. I thought they were great. Great chorus. Bass, however, seems lost in this track.
Yeah.
I can't remember the bassist's name, but he's a phenomenal...
John Mayung. Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal bass. And when you listen to a lot of what's going on in later or other Dream Theater songs, the bass cuts through a lot more. This, maybe because it's been a stripped back rock track, the bass was just playing what the guitar's doing. But a lot of the time, because you've got... everyone's playing like lead solos and stuff, that bass really holds it all together in the low end. So maybe in this case that was not the case overall, but or he was just playing a simplified bass line that was sitting behind everything else. But yeah, I've not written anything controversial in any of my notes. I'm just like, I've put lots of words like great, lovely, nice
metal.
Nice metal.
Yeah, it's just a very enjoyable vibe along song to me. There's not been anything I'm like, oh, that's made me think a bit odd. Or
does it surprise you that he's wearing a Napalm Death t-shirt, James LeBrie, 1992?
Yeah,
it's not the type of band.
Same as me wearing a Napalm Death.
I saw that and I wasn't sure if it was Napalm
Yeah, it
Death.
is. Yeah, because Barney Greenway likes prog metal, so he's returned the compliment. He's a big fan of Dream Theater, not just because of that video, but yeah, always took me by surprise that.
I mean, if you're passing over to me, I mean, knowing what I did about Dream Theater, then hearing this song for the first time, I'll put down that it wasn't as flamboyant and as extravagant and as showcasing their musicianship as I thought it would be. But you've actually described the reasons why that is, and you were kind of hitting on the fade out there. I don't know what the actual song ends like, but this was just a very unexpected, rapid fade out.
Yeah.
But, you know, perhaps that was the video edit or video edit of this particular excuse me, this particular song.
It felt like there was a lot more of the song to come, and they just like, oh,
unexpected.
It's like when we're doing radio edits and you've put your whole edit of all your songs together for your hour, and you're like, shit, we've got an hour and 2 minutes worth of thing. I'll just fade out the song with 2 minutes left. Just fade it off.
They've done it with 4 minutes here, haven't they?
Yeah.
It does. You know that main chug riff, the end of that, and then it just stops abruptly. But
let's get to that. So let's play the last couple of minutes of the song for you at home, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so we at the like 3 minute 55 get into a great solo. We knew with John Petrucci,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a great solo. Solo is amazing. And then we just literally go, yeah, finish my solo, let's just fade off. Okay. And I was like, what? You're not coming back. You're
Do
not
we get the chorus one more time?
I don't even know if we get a chorus.
Yeah, we do. I think we do. Because
I've not made a note. Maybe we did get a chorus on it, but it just didn't feel like they finished the song. Now, the fact that we know that there's more to the song, I'm going to have to listen to the whole song in the long version to see if it makes a lot more sense. But it just felt way too soon to finish this song. And maybe it was purely for radio editions that they had to get it under 5 minutes to make sure they could be played on radio. Or
do you think the chorus, that isn't actually a key change, is it? He's just gone higher, but that's quite a powerful chorus. Oh, me, it's like he's pulling back control of the song. You've got all these wizards, playing their instruments, and he's got to command, his presence. He's got to drag it back to get you as the listener back on track to have something to cling on to. It's a good vocal performance here, but he has live. It's very difficult to get as high as he is at times, especially his age now. And on that album Awake, there's a few moments on that just do not work for me. We're just trying to hit those high notes.
so he needs vocal Viagra.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the only way to keep it up for him.
James LeBrun.
Any final thoughts from you on this one, Andy?
No, not really, other than, I really enjoyed the selection we've got for these sessions, and Dream Theater is a band that I've heard of and wondered if I would like, and I think this is kind of a nice introduction because it's a nice metal song.
I don't know if this is. I was going to say it was the opposite way. I was like,
Will I be shocked and put off if I hear their usual material following
Yes.
this?
Not
think
from
you
this
would.
album. This album is a lot
this song,
harder.
based on this song.
You just have songs where you'll have a keyboard doing a trade-off with a guitar, and they're all shredding. And you
I
just
might
like, what the-
appreciate it. I'm
But
certainly
you
giving it a
listen to
shot.
was it Dance of...
Go for Trial of Tears from the fourth album.
But if you listen to anything off the last 4 albums,
Yeah,
that's so... I mean, that's so prog.
yeah.
That is like...
I might appreciate something different from my usual
Yeah.
death and doom.
I mean,
It's
Yeah.
jazz.
Appreciate some
jazz
quality
metal
musicianship.
at some point.
Oh, they do have still like a lot of progressive blues in there as well.
There
don't
is.
they?
I mean, there is a lot to like about it.
Yeah.
If it's almost like a stage show.
I mean,
it's theatrical. in there.
Petrucci can write a riff. I mean,
Oh,
there's
it's
some
amazing stuff,
phenomenal riffs in there as well. Really crunchy, chugging riffs as well. So
I mean, it was this song, very little prog, but a lot of hard rock and classic metal in there. So
Yeah.
it was good. So let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video today, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in another video sometime very soon.